Hello, this is Science for Cycle 3, Week 12, and this week is the week that we get to put together our entire body that we have been working towards for the past few weeks as we've been discussing the major organ systems. So you can, as usual, go through the Bible verse at the top of the lesson and kind of reorient the class to what we've been studying and review a little bit what we've been studying, and then move quickly into putting together the bodies that we have. So first of all, I just want to orient you to, on page 262 of your Foundations manual, there is a really great step-by-step instruction for how to assemble the body with all the parts that we've had, or that we've colored in over the past few weeks. So I would keep this on hand or make a copy of it that you can pull out during week 12 so that if you get kind of lost during it, you can keep track of where you're at. So I am going to attempt to put this together for you, so bear with me because I don't want to do this in multiple takes. I will have these bodies all cut out for everyone, so you won't have to trace any kids' bodies or anything like that. So as long as you have all of the colored organs that the kids have been working on over the past few weeks, you should be in good shape to go. So we are going to get started. So the first organ that you're going to put on is the brain. Now I have put double-sided tape on the back of all of these just for demonstration purposes, but you can use glue or double-sided tape, whatever you think will work best for your class to have available, and we can chat about that and I can get supplies ready for that. But first of all, you're going to put the brain on, super easy. Put it on the top of the head somewhere, there-ish. All right, next you're going to put the heart on. And the heart is going to go, even though our hearts are kind of towards the left in our bodies, it's going to go kind of right in the center here of this guy's chest. All right, and in the Foundations guide, it recommends that you put the face on next after putting the heart on. I'm not exactly sure why, but I would suggest saving the face until the end because the kids will have to color the face. They haven't done that yet, and so I would just save that till you've assembled the rest of the bodies, and then you can use whatever time you have remaining to allow them to color their faces. And if you don't have time remaining, you could always send them home and have them color it if they want it home. But anyway, that's my little tip. Next, you'll put the leg bones on. Thank you. And these go on the left leg. So you'll see there's a kneecap A and kneecap B. So kneecap A goes neatly over kneecap B. And then you will put the bones of the leg together. If I can put it in correctly. Oops. And the bones of the feet. So that's on the left leg, the body's left leg. You're right as you're looking at it, but the body's left leg. And then in the body's right leg, you are going to put the muscles. Thank you, sir. Got my helper to the side here. And again, kneecap A goes over kneecap B as you're putting these on. All right, so we've got the leg bones and the leg muscles on our legs. Now is when it starts to get a little bit more interesting because we get a bunch of organs on top of each other. So next we're going to put the kidneys on. So you've got right and left kidney. So remember that the direction corresponds to the direction of our cutout's body. So the left kidney goes over here on his left side. You're going to want to put it kind of like just above belly button level. And the left kidney is going to be a little bit higher than the right kidney. So kind of like that. I might have spread those a little bit too far apart. But just about like that. So the left kidney is going to be just a little bit higher than the right kidney. Next, you will put the pancreas on. And the pancreas, you're just going to attach at the middle so that the two sides of the pancreas can be lifted up to view the two kidneys, because the pancreas is going to go between these two kidneys. So it kind of faces like that. So again, you can lift up the head and the tail of the pancreas to still view the kidneys. Next, we're going to put on the spleen and the gallbladder. So the gallbladder is going to go over the right kidney, kind of like this. And again, you're just going to attach it at the top so that you can still lift up the gallbladder and view the right kidney. Same thing with the spleen, but over the left kidney. It's going to go right at the top of the left kidney, but you can lift it up then. So just attach it at the top so you can still see the left kidney. Next, we're going to put the bladder on. And the bladder is going to go right here where the legs meet. Just attach it on one side because you're actually going to stick part of the large intestines kind of underneath it. So it's going to go right there. So again, just attach it on one of the sides so that you can open it up to stick something else underneath it here in just a minute. So next it gets kind of interesting. So we have we have the large and small intestines. And you can see on the small intestines, there are some instructions as to where it should attach to the large intestines and then where it should attach to the stomach. So the first step is to attach the large and small intestines before you attach them to the body. So the large intestines is kind of going to go over and around the small intestines. This is easier to do when you have it on a surface, but you're going to kind of attach it right here. I might not have done that perfectly. Okay, so it's kind of going to go around the small intestines, if you can see that. So the small intestines is in the middle, large intestines is now attached to it, kind of right where that hole is, and then this comes around. And then the intestines will be attached with a brad. There's a little spot for a brad. So you'll stick that through. And what you want to do is for this rectum to come down and kind of be under the bladder. And then this brad will come through. So that's how you want to align it, and then stick the brad in. I'm going to look this tape for this. I'm going to tape down that large intestine a little bit better. But while I'm getting that, I'm going to grab the stomach. Then where is the stomach? Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. So next is the stomach. And the stomach also has a spot for a brad. And we have a little note here that this end of the stomach attaches to the small intestines. So we're going to make this kind of attach. The stomach kind of sits on its side a little bit and should come up here. Brad does not want to go through. A different one here. Sorry, hopefully this demonstrates how much fun this week is going to be. Here we go, get that brad through. Alright, so we've got the stomach. I'm going to attach just a little bit of tape here to our large intestine so that it stays up a little bit better. Oops. Okay.
Maybe you want to put a piece of tape on the back.
That's okay. There we go, hopefully that'll stay. Okay, so that is the trickiest part, is getting the intestines and the stomach attached. And they might all look a little bit different if you just move them around a little bit, but as long as we get them attached on there, I think that should be fine. I think next is the lungs, actually. Be careful those don't stick together. So next you'll have your right and left lung. So they each have a trachea that's coming up here, but we only have one trachea in our body, so you're going to just attach them so that one trachea is over the other. So that's the first step. Attach the trachea together so that you just have one trachea coming down, and both lungs are now connected at the trachea. And then you're going to attach the lungs just at the very top so that you can lift them up to see the organs underneath. So now the airway is going to come right down, and the lungs right here. I'm losing my stomach. This is easier when you are doing it on a flat surface rather than on a wall. Alright, so now the lungs can be lifted to still view the heart and the other organs that are kind of underneath. And the last part of the internal organs that you're going to put on is the liver. The liver is going to be attached with the brad. There's a little spot here for the brad. So you're going to stick that brad through. Hopefully I have a little bit better luck here. And the liver is going to be stuck, let me just make sure I get this right, under the bottom of the lungs. So it is going to be overlapping some other organs. So right here, it's going to go kind of across the whole body. So it's going to overlap several organs, and that's where it's going to sit. And the stomach just doesn't want to stay on. All right. So that's where the stomach would be. You want to hold that up for me, Ben? No, hold up the stomach for me so it doesn't fall down. Thanks. That's what it would look like if the brad would actually stay in. So this is kind of what your body's going to look like. Thanks, Ben. So you'll notice that you have organs overlapping, but a lot of them you're able to kind of lift up so that you can view the other organs. So then go ahead and take time, if you have it, to kind of review the organ systems. You can kind of look back at the previous weeks and maybe look at some of the diagrams in your science notebook or in your science lesson plans, and go over kind of each organ system that we discussed, because at least some organs from each of those systems will be a part of this diagram. And then at the end, with whatever time you have remaining, go ahead and let the class color their faces. Mine's kind of a creepy face here. And then they can attach the face to their diagram here just by the top so that they can still lift it up and see the brain. So the face will attach right here. They can still lift it up and see the brain and spinal cord underneath. And I may try to bring some things for hair, or they can add some hair at home, or they can just add hair on the side, whatever they want to do. It looks a little creepy without hair though, to be honest. So this is what your completed model will look like. It's not going to look perfect. And again, it might be a little bit messy along the way, but this is a great chance to hopefully recruit some moms to help out a lot, because it will be kind of a crazy time trying to get everyone spread out and put all these bodies together. But hopefully that is helpful, and that is it. Thank you.